go. We are live. What up, everybody? This is going to be a quick stream, hopefully. I always say that. I'm procrastinating. I cannot wait. Dinner's about to be on the table. My brother's cooking. It's a curry tonight.
I'm born, I cry, I sing, I leave. This place was bad for me. What's worse, what stings? I saw her in the garden with the snakes. She said, think fast, you only get one try. Sleep tight, I wanna get sunshine. Wake up, you know we got things to see. She talks and nothing makes sense to me. Puzzle, it must be nonsense. If it's not a puzzle, then what's she talking about? I will find out. I will wake up, find out. I will think fast, you only get one try. Sleep tight, I wanna get sunshine. Wake up, you know we got things to see. She talks and nothing makes sense. She said two is an odd number of you is involved. I laugh, Louis C.K. scumbag.
Okay, it shouldn't be playing music, my bad. I think I'm gonna get copyright struck. Dog, this is crazy. Okay, here we go. Was not supposed to play music. What's happening, bro? I'm not locked in. Everything good now? Dominic Fike, yeah. Glad you guys didn't hear the last song. Okay, everything's good now, I'm assuming. I'm gonna hope. Yes. Alright, let's lock in. So not locked in. What are we gonna do? I don't know. I kind of like superhero theme, so you can be louder. Alright, let me here. Say less. Boom. Boom. There we go. A bit louder. I just breathe into the mic a lot. I feel bad about it. Your volume could be a little louder. Alright, let me know if it's okay now. I raise it a bit. Let's draw myself as a superhero. That's exactly the healthy thing to draw. So I've been working on my perspective. I realize at the end of the day, if you have any problems in drawing, you don't know your perspective well enough. That's a self-report, but I think it's so true. Everything is downstream of perspective, man. So let's lock in, get our perspective all right, and see what happens. Let's draw. You only get one try. Yeah, everyone's saying my voice should be a bit louder. Hopefully, I raise it a bit. I'm drawing myself. I'm going to try to draw superheroes. I'm going to draw myself as a superhero. What's that pen? New video out talking about my favorite pens. Now, the issue with the pen I was using before, it has now run out of ink on my favorite colors. It's out of ink on black. It's out of ink on blue. It's running out of ink on red. We're cooked. So we're going to try to figure out. Yeah, as mentioned, it's the perspective, man. Perspective. I've been practicing. Are you constantly drawing the dimension of the subject? Yeah, I've been practicing like this recently. Watching some Darth Luigi, and you're like, it's very clear how much perspective is the problem behind everything. Like, if you don't know your perspective, that's copied from. Actually, I don't know if it's fully copied, but if you don't know your perspective, then you're not going to be able to build anything. So it always comes back to simplifying. Everyone I talk to who's taught me anything has always come down to, hey, you should practice your perspective. I'm like, all right. So this is, if you're struggling, it's probably your perspective. I gotta make it look like me, so, and I have a weak chin, so let me do some of this. My eyebrows are actually quite triangular. Let me make that face. Here we go. What do you think is the hardest angle to draw? Probably freer-in angle. The hardest angle to draw is the one you've drawn the least, probably. So for many, or the ones we see least in our day-to-day. So down angles, upper angles. It's just a symptom of what you're not exposing your eyes to. My head's gotta be bigger back here. At this point, it'd probably be important to think about the pose that I'm trying to go for. So let me go for a classic superhero pose. Like, before you add too much, you want to make sure you're thinking about the overall pose. So maybe I'm in my Spider-Man era and I'm swinging. And these perspective blocks for the mannequin aren't so much an accurate use of the mannequin. They're more blocks that I can attach my anatomy to, but I don't have to adhere to these specific proportions if it doesn't feel right when I'm drawing the respective body part. I want to get my glasses. So for bald heads, I do like to go for the extra texture. Not bald, but some wiping. So what's the pose gonna be? I don't know, but my body's coming forward, meaning my legs are probably like, let's say the legs are in a shoulders are up, head is jutted out. Hmm. I think the body's kind of small here, but that's okay. We can make big-headed people. I could either decide to make the body smaller or adjust it. I think I'm okay with the body being kind of a mistake, but I'm okay with that. Tiny. Yeah, Kim Jung Gi sometimes did that. I mean, I want to play with my proportions actually, so I don't need to be worried about, like, you can just make these legs a shape. A lot of Kim Jung Gi drawings will have these like superheroes with very exaggerated proportions, so let's play with that a little bit. sharp, pointy feet. And what he usually does is like just draw out these limbs with easy hatching or some scribble. Like, let's see if we got some reference we can use as an example. Let's see. Mike is a bit weird. Really? What does that mean? Like, is it hitting? I'll never forget Ken. Forget Ken for dissing my fountain pen. Yo, listen, I love the fountain pen. I think I'm being misunderstood here. For $50, is it really better than a ballpoint pen? It's $50 if you account for the ink, the cartridge, and the pen itself. If you do the math on it, I don't think it's worth that. It's not that I don't like a fountain pen. I do like a fountain pen. It makes me feel nice. Brother has the actual book, but I got 3 of them. I got this one. The one I want to show you guys is the Omphalos book, but it's low-key, it's kind of inappropriate. So I got to find the page I'm looking for and then show you, because I can't go through this. There's a lot of. So what I'm gonna try. So here's what I'm looking for. Look at how he hatches these legs out, but then it's also super played with anatomy. So I want to play with that a bit, because I'm gonna be teaching anatomy for my workshop. That's gonna be the largest section of it. So I'm trying to learn it better, but I'm no anatomy expert, but I'll be teaching anatomy. I'll be teaching drawing from imagination, but the thing most people want to draw from their imagination is faces and anatomy. So I'll teach the process of sort of breaking down how I think through the construction of the head. And you'll be signing up for learning anatomy, but you'll really be taught perspective. So sorry, but it's like putting vegetables in the Big Mac. Everyone needs to practice their perspective more. That's a self-report as far as I can admit, but I mean, doing the workshop will be like doing homework with me, because I'll be learning while trying to teach. When one person teaches, 2 people learn, so okay. I don't know what type of superhero this is, but let me get my glasses in this. Let me see some comments. Have you watched Invincible? I think I watched an episode and I didn't realize how violent it was, and I didn't like that. I really don't like seeing like super violent stuff. What do you think is the hardest angle? The 50 exercise is massively important. Thanks for that. I'm glad you like it. Oh snap, I just got a live one is happening. I'm working right now, but just had to say that. What up, Mayploy6869? Mic is a bit weird, too low. Your mic's muted. Really? Are you trolling? Hey, Jeff the Land Shark Enjoyer. Have I seen Gue's work? I have seen Gue's work. From Masa. He's got a video on it. Pinto 64. Still can't get it because it's either out of stock on Amazon or like 400. It's never on stock on Amazon. It will not be sold on Amazon as far as I'm aware. It'll be sold at Stuart Ing Books or at the Kim Jung Gi site directly, or if you're in Canada, Labyrinth Books. But because they're private publishers, like the whole team is the Super Annie team doing it out of their like warehouses and personal stock, so I don't think you're going to find it online that easily. That's why you buy it when you get the chance. If you ever go to an art show, save like £5 in your backpack, because you're going to want to take home some of the goods. Okay, he's going like this. And, oh, I drew the shoulder wrong if that's the case. We can still fix that, but. I don't want to get too caught up on like on the Let me cheat here. Let me see the angle. How do I do that? I don't want to get caught up on being too much of a perfectionist when it comes to the pose and stuff. I want to move faster rather than get caught up on the details. So here, yeah, I'm gonna stay loose. Just try to work on my overlaps. I'm procrastinating instead of working, so that's the version of today's stream you're gonna get. I'm just trying to draw enough that I go, okay, now I can't avoid it. I do a great job of avoiding the work on the weekends. But I feel like one of the best things you can do is procrastinate productively. Drawing on streams is not a bad way to procrastinate. That's, at least I'm technically making a video and practicing drawing and doing what I love, so can't be too mad at that. It's better than like watching TV. Let's give me my little stubble. Okay, now I look problematic. Here we go. Add this shadow. Okay. Okay, we can add some pattern to this as well. Like, if we wanted to, we could make it like a colored suit. What's our insignia? I think we're gonna have what could our insignia be? Let's make it a horse. I don't know why. But we're horseman. I want to learn how to do like tattoo prints on my drawings, not like as a career. Although I do want a tattoo at some point. My mom does not like that. I've recently been thinking of getting a tattoo, and my mom's really, I'm half Korean, and it's like, apparently, traditionally in Korea, if you have a tattoo, it's like you're either a gang member or a prisoner. So wait, what's wrong with my mic? Okay, I don't understand why today is cooked. Hey, Cade, can you check my stream and tell me what my mic sounds like? Thanks. Yeah. Oh, my bad. When someone said turn up your mic, mic's muted. My mic's muted. Huh? My audio sounds fine? I think someone's trolling me. Bro, come on. Somebody, JB, don't be like that. No, it's too low. The bootcamp will not be free. It is a paid class. It's too low. People are saying it's too low. Huh. Let me turn up the mic and you guys can turn down the volume. I turned up the mic. I turned it up. Okay, so now we got this. Let's make this cool pattern. Let's do a horse pattern. So all this is gonna be colored in. All like that, but not the torso section. And not this, yeah. Okay, what's my superpower? I guess I'm like Spider-Man, but a horse. I don't know why. but I have, let me do, I guess I'm wearing this Superman underwear too. After 2, I broke up with my girlfriend. Are you pursuing art for your career right now? Technically, YouTube is my career now, so yeah, I guess art is my career. Although I'm not pursuing necessarily any industry work. That's not really something that I'm too interested in. That doesn't mean I'm not trying to be the best artist I can be, but I'm trying to be the best artist I want to be, not the best artist for a specific function. I mean, I think I'm in such a blessed position to be able to draw what I want to draw for a living, so that privilege is not lost on me. I'm still trying to, I mean, I didn't draw to do YouTube or to work in the industry. I drew because I like drawing, so I'm just going to keep doing that, and in the meantime figuring out how to make it work, whether it's YouTube, classes, Patreon, begging people to pay me to make art. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Right now I'm just happy I get to keep doing it. But I think there's no stability in the art sphere anyway, so if that's not the, like, I think every artist understands, like, doing whatever they have to keep being able to do art. You know, I don't think it's the most, like, oh, I got one job and now my position's locked in for life. There's no tenure. There's no love out here. The studios don't care. You do what you gotta do. You make money however you can. Luckily, online teaching has never been more in demand. Since COVID, I think the narrative of art school has shifted a lot. People realize, prominent artists share that it's not necessary. Although I do wonder if you got to look at where the incentives align. You know, like when artists were able to teach at school, when artists would teach at school, they might have said, well, it's important to go to art school. If you look at the incentive, they would be likely to say that because they teach at that art school. So of course it would be good if people went to it. But now COVID taught people, artists and creatives as a whole, that you can make your own career independently online. And since then, it seems like it's more mainstream to just be like, well, art schools, who needs art school? Find your own career by piecing together the available resources online. Makes sense because now the people who used to teach at those art schools are able to build their own thing. So with that comes the, like, well, why not just learn from me directly? Which I think is great, because when you go to art school, you learn that sadly you're paying so much money to maintain things that are not related to your degree, to maintain the administration fees, the building fees, the electricity, the Wi-Fi, all the stuff you get on top of it. You're paying that. That's why you're paying like 20 grand a year. So I'm all for independent learning, but what do I know? I'm also biased. I have a class. Well, I'm trying. I don't know. I think your guys' mics must be bad then. Audio's weird. You guys are trolling me. I just got baited, bruh. Twin, what's the best way to practice drawing poses with boxes? The best way is to look at a pose and try to draw it from reference and then try to do the poses yourself. So this was me studying a pose, trying to understand the dynamics, and then trying it on my own, and then converting it to anatomy. let's draw a girl here. I don't know what this, I just began with a hand that I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but we'll figure it out. We're going to have to, because now it's here. I don't know what this is either. I'm just drawing lines. I'm making lines that I can't connect. Accumulating debts that I can't pay off. Here, let's piecing this together as we go, hoping that it pans out. Just trying to recall general shapes I've seen and hope that it works out. That's not really working out, guys. I'll be so for real, this is not gonna. The good news is, because it's in the background, I'm just kind of like give it less detail and hope. Maybe this will be Spider Woman. This arm's huge. Let's. Oh, that arm is massive either way, no matter how you. There's very few ways to make this work unless I can sort of make this a like leading trail to suggest here. Maybe I'll suggest some movement of the arm, like smear frame type shit. It's like they're moving. They're not stationary. See, the game is figuring out how to make your mistakes work for you. And I squint all the time when I do it. Hi, Broken. Hi, Aurora K26. What do you do when you're not drawing? I read sometimes. These days I'm watching more like YouTube shorts than I'd like to. I'm not locked in a lot, guys. I try to. Some weeks I'm locked in, some I'm not. I read. I try to write some scripts. I hang out with my brother and watch Friends. I buy more clothes than I'd like to. I've become more materialistic. Okay, this anatomy is low-key cooked, but I try to write some songs sometimes. I've always liked writing. I've always wished that the art I could do was music. My mom's a music teacher, but I'm just not very musically. Well, I think that's just limiting belief. I just don't spend the time to learn it, but in a perfect world, I would like to. Okay, that's a bizarre pose regardless. That means I have to twist the body this way as well. The good news is this is in the background, so we don't have to worry about it too much. In fact, I might just leave it a very gestural. Someone asked a question about stuck. How do you get out of the intermediate stage? I don't know, bro. I'm still in it. you just keep drawing. I think it's just time really. So we gotta show something here. Maybe it'll be a maybe there's like an animal attacking. This animal looks more happy than it attacking. There we go. Here we go. Ah! Bizarre. Let's add some fur on this. Is this a dog? Is this a human? Can't really tell, can we? Let's add some fur on the tail. Fur on the body. Huge arm is crazy. Here, by changing the silhouette a little bit, it'll look a bit more animal-like. You could also just cover the whole thing with. We'll make that shadow, and we'll give this some roundness. That roundness here. You can do a lot with some minimal hatching if you put it in the right place. Minimal indications. I'm just gonna draw this. There you go. I don't know what that. Okay, so story is coming together a little bit. In your train or day, how do you combine in time practice like your exercises and sketches now? The exercises are just part of drawing. It's not like I go out of my way to do the exercises. These are, I think of the exercises as ideas. It's like, how do you apply math to your day? You don't really, you just know the idea, like multiplication. And when a circumstance arises that multiplication is necessary, it's a tool that you can now use to help you figure things out. By drawing, we arrive at many problems that the tools help us solve. So this, for example, was made easier by understanding how to do texture from the level 15, number 15, like texture bar exercise. This was made easier through mannequinization. So the way that it applies is like by learning perspective, you're able to do boxes. By doing boxes, you're able to simplify volumes. And I study from reference a lot, but like I do mannequinization. I don't really do stacking and queuing, but like my brother held this face and made me draw him. Yeah, they're tools for helping you draw. This is like one of the exercises in the 25 drawing video is master study. I do master studies all the time when I see how someone draws something and I try to copy it. So just, do you go to IRL drawing sessions? I used to when I was in school. I should, but not right now. Although I'm planning on going with a Thoro soon. I'm gonna play with my anatomy here a little bit. I gave that shit a reason. How do you discipline yourself? Have you ever had a day when you just felt sick of drawing for no reason? Yeah, I just don't draw. I've had a lot of days where I feel, I mean, I wasn't drawing very much in the last month. Now I'm back in my enjoying it era, but it comes up and down. I mean, there always is going to be a season when you have to put in that work all the time, and I could do that if I wanted to. Like, I could Darth Luigi it and draw for 12 hours a day. If you're built like that, then go ahead and do it. But I nowadays, the reality is that the way that I'm going to be able to continue doing this as a career is to respect the content creation side of it, because I'm not an artist by trade. I'm a YouTuber who makes art, which is the way I want to keep it, because when you're a YouTuber who makes art, you can make whatever art you want as long as you make good videos. If I became an artist, I would have to make art for other people, and I've done that before, and I really struggle and don't like it. Anytime I have to do something for someone else, I feel I disappoint them. I feel that I don't know how to... I have an internal metric of success when I'm making my own thing. I know what success feels like to me. It's not hard. I feel good about making my own things. I like it. I don't like feeling like the success of something is for someone else to decide. It puts me in a very... confidence is so important when you create. It puts me in a very non-confident place. And so, yeah, I feel lucky that I'm at the place. Like, if I had a career in art, I would want to do this. So I'm so glad that I get to do this before even having to put in the time to get a career in art. That comes with its pros and cons. I'm positioning myself as a teacher, and I haven't done any of the industry stuff. And that's not a thing I'm trying to hide. I mean, the people I teach, it's very clear. I'm not teaching you how to be a professional. I'm teaching you how to get to the level I'm at, or how to draw from your imagination. But you can see why I've never titled the video "How to Draw Like a Pro," unless I'm specifically referencing pros. But I don't claim to be able to make people professional, because I'm not a professional. At least I'm not a professional artist. So, or at least I'm not a professional drawer. I guess making videos is a different type of art. But anyway, what was the question? What was I talking about? How long does it take to get over the beginner hump when you finally have enough of a base where you can understand what you need to improve at, versus just being bad at everything, feeling directionless? I don't know. I think the tough thing about being a beginner is that most of what you're doing is orienting yourself to understand the territory. But when you don't understand the territory, you don't have signals of, oh, I'm in the right direction or I'm not. Like, try to relate this to anything you're good at. Anytime, there's a real benefit to already being good at something, because then you can use the felt experience of getting good at that to judge against whether or not you're getting better at the new thing you're learning. For most of drawing, for about 7 years of my drawing, or 9, until I started this YouTube channel, I didn't understand what the map of drawing looked like. If drawing was a world, I didn't understand where value and form and construction and line all fit. Now I do. Now I feel like I could trace the map in my head. I could draw it for someone and show them, you go here, 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 here. That doesn't mean everyone can start in different places, but I know the roads that exist. And that's in part from spending a lot of time trying to script and structure stuff. Now, that map I have is not the map everyone has, but The irony is, once you can see the territory, you're probably not a beginner. Once you understand where you are, you stop being a beginner, because I think the hallmark of the beginner is someone who doesn't know where they are in the journey. You can be right in the beginning of the journey and a beginner, or you can be halfway through without knowing you're halfway through, you're still a beginner. A good metric of this is if you're able to judge someone else's skill relatively accurately, that's how you know you're probably not a beginner. Use an analogy in video games. I don't know if you guys know this thing called, like, I play Valorant, and there's these games, or chess has this as well, where you can watch a chess game and then you guess the rank of the other person in like competitive ranks. If you're good at that, you're probably not a beginner, because no beginner can tell how good other people are. That's what makes them a beginner. They don't understand the game. So if you can accurately judge or explain, as in critique other people's art accurately and with language that is actionable, you're probably not a beginner. If you can't do it, then try to get better. Just do the things that someone who is better at can do. Learn how to critique work with actionable language. If you don't understand the actionable language, that's a reason you're not getting better, is because you can't even quantify what better means. So in trying to help other people, you will develop a structured system for drawing that you can use for yourself. And that's why making videos was such a useful thing for me, because I started systemizing everything I did and then being like, oh, low-key, I'm learning from making these scripts. So I recommend anybody trying to learn how to draw, trying to write about it. This is why journaling is such a useful skill outside of... Journaling is like a meta skill, because it's just reflection. In your life, you can write about things that are working for you and things that aren't, which is what journaling is. It's at the end of your day, you just recall it and give your thoughts on it, and that's giving yourself feedback. And you'll notice just improvements in your life because you're critiquing yourself from a distance, and that's what feedback does for any craft. The more you're able to vocalize your thoughts in a way that other people understand, the faster you're probably going to improve. Because if they can't understand it, you don't have a clear understanding of it yourself. And if you don't have a clear understanding of it yourself, you're not going to improve. And so your goal should be to try to find out everything you don't know as quickly as you can. The paces people go through differ because people have different tolerances for discomfort, and discomfort is recognizing you're bad at something. Like that sucks. That doesn't feel good. No one likes to find out that they're not good at something. So whatever, sorry, my camera's tweaking. Whatever tolerance you have for exposing yourself to your weaknesses is you should try to be on the border of that. But if you can do that, you'll be working with your sort of biology to improve quickly. This dude's jacked. Said I was gonna change. Do you recommend YouTube videos? Of course. That would be kind of crazy if I didn't. Bro, what's with my camera? I feel like makes creative skills so hard to learn is that they're least fun at the start because you can't make what you want yet. I feel like comparable one to drawing is learning instruments. I think everything is not fun to learn when you don't know what you're doing. That's why people always wish they did it as kids. Like, I'm so glad I learned English as a kid because God, try to learn it today. You're cooked. Like I've tried. I'm half Korean. Damn, everything's cooked, guys. Everything's just. Oh my gosh. Okay, so. Oh my lord, things are just cooked in this. Everything's shut down. Holy. Oh my goodness. All right. My computer just cannot handle this heat. Literally, it cannot handle heat. I need to get a new computer, bruh. I'm gonna teach the. That's what I'm getting when I teach the class, because this will not work in a room with 20 people. I'm gonna get cooked. 20 live students is gonna. Hey, here we go. Oh, water exposed. Hey, we're getting some good depth. Some weird scenes happening. Oh, I can make this a shadow over this guy. We're getting ahead of ourselves, but let's do something like this. Just to show that we understand light cast shadows a little bit. A little flex. I don't even think I did this right, low key, but actually I should have. Oh man, I cooked it up. Just do that, I guess. Although you'd think the shadow would take over the whole thing. Whatever. Actually, the interesting thing is sometimes you're just too close to your drawing. Because if I look, like if I squint my eyes and look at the image in the stream, then it helps me gauge whether or not I'm achieving the effect better. But when you look tunnel vision on just this thing, you're cooked. Man, my camera is going left and right, brother. What is? I'm gonna do something else. What we need is a USB-C cord. Right here, look at that. So we're gonna do the USB-C, and this way I might even be able to show you guys a little bit of the setup, which might be cool. So I'm gonna do this. I am half Korean, yeah. I'm able to speak a little bit. I go to Korea, like, spend time at my grandparents' house. Used to be every year before COVID, but so I'm like, bro, if you're talking about anything to do with like preparing dinner or lifestyle at home, I'm your guy. I'll understand it, but when it comes to anything else, I'm kind of cooked. Let's see here. Hold on, we're gonna figure out the audio, the mic. I'm not even speaking right. Video capture device. Here, let's do Osmo. Excuse me. Bing, bang, boom. Oh wait, I didn't. Dude, things are cooked. Here we go. What up? Let me crop all this. Filters. Dude, this is cooked. This is a cooked stream, chat. Let's crop this by, what, 500? Seems about right. 600? Bottom by 600? Seems about right. Ish? Nope, this is like, ooh, it looks like we're in a movie. Hold on, let me track, look at this. Check this out. It tracks to the face. Okay, let me lock in. This might be distracting for you guys. It's gonna move constantly. Let me know. Let's crop this even more. Boom, and then boom, and then boom, and then boom. It's a bit too much. And I'm always in frame. Wow, beautiful. Beautiful work, Kieran. That was well done. That's nice. That's nice. Maybe I should have done this the whole time. Perhaps. Look at that. What? All right. All right, Art of Buggy. I'm going to let you lock in and I'll just keep drawing. Let me lock in. What am I talking about? So this pose kind of cooked me up. Let's figure out. I'm glad you guys are drawing when I'm drawing. That's kind of cool. My music stopped for some reason. Dude, everything's, I'm telling you guys, everything's just folding on me right now. Trying to work on my anatomy. This arm should be way bigger if we're going to keep it consistent. Cool thing with ballpoint pen is you really get to play with you get to try it all before you buy. Let's get that shoulder way bigger. You have a lot of room to experiment. Don't have to commit to anything. Wha. Oh my goodness. Everything's frozen. Oh my god. Okay, so it's not the camera, it's OBS. Because I thought it was just brother. Okay, my computer can't handle the heat, like straight up. I'm gonna close some tabs and see if that helps. Because this is not vibing. How do you say yes in Korean? Nah. Once my mom asked if I want hoppang. Hoppang's like a Korean dessert bun. And I said nah. But she thought I said nah. And then she passed the store and just didn't buy me a hoppang. And I was like, that lives with me to that day. I was so sad. Love ya. I'll go to sleep. Bye, Driax. Broken cam for real. What is this, dude? Dude, what kind of scuffed setup is this? Whose streamer is this? Oh, the steam bun with the red bean. Yeah. That shit's smack. Dude, come on, wake up. Wake up, guys. This isn't even a stream. This is an audiobook at this point. What is this? It is peak. For real, for real. Alright, we're gonna let the camera just chill for a few seconds, I guess. How to lock it. Oh my god, it's cooked again. This is insane. Let's just do this. Boom. FaceTime camera. This never goes bad on me. Cooked up, dude. Alright, gang. Can't draw while I'm waiting, so. Hey guys, it's my first time. Albinet. What up, Albinet? I notice people who improve the most not only draw a lot, but also write a ton of notes and are also able to explain what they're doing because of how much reflection they do. Factual. Yeah, I mean, if drawing is thinking, then it's not just how much you draw that makes a difference. It's how much you think about your line choices and stuff like that. I might just make this. Okay, you guys can't see me drawing, but I'm gonna keep drawing because I'm gonna. I can't let the ops stop me. I'm gonna try a gradient pattern and just see if I can do it. Try to make this really circular. And now you guys are just getting ASMR because there's no visuals. It's just bizarre. Sharks have it. I'm gonna draw a shark. All right, let's lock in camera. Wake up. It's time to draw. I'm gonna try to draw a shark. don't know anything about sharks. How do the teeth... I want to figure out how to draw teeth better, to be honest. Actually, I could probably draw... Yeah, I'll draw animals attacking. You guys still aren't seeing it, dude. This is my favorite work of yours. Beautiful. Let's see how many people are watching. This would be pretty crazy if we actually have viewers. This is not peak, guys. This is not peak. You're getting a peek behind the curtain, and it's just problems, really. Brother, lock in. What are you doing? What are you even doing? Brother, what is this? I don't even know. I don't even know how to share my screen anymore. Desk shot. Go away, shut up. This is bizarre. C'était très bizarre. Camlink, lock in. There we go. Oh my goodness. No viewers, just listeners. That's true. Alright, I started a shark, I think. Whatever this is. On second consideration, I don't think it's a shark. It is scary though. That was the main criteria I wanted to fulfill. I know I shouldn't procrastinate, but I'm having too much fun. I have to record the video of your guys' drawing suggestions, so I'm going to try to make a whole scene with your guys' suggestions. Although, I can't lie, it felt like if ChatGPT had to come up with edgy suggestions. Some of them were like... I thought there would be some crazy ones, I can't lie. There were not a lot of crazy ones. But you know what? I will bring your vision to life the best I can. I do what I promise, and I'll... Actually, I don't. I've recently felt really bad about that. I say I'll do a lot of stuff, and I don't do it. It's not good for your psyche. Your head knows not to trust you. Dude, everything freezes. You know what, guys? This is just cooked. I can't help it. I don't know what to do about this. It must be because my computer hasn't restarted in a year probably. I need to shut off my computer. I'm going to shut off some stuff. I think my RAM's just cooked. I don't know what's going on. Let's do this. Hold on, I'm going to try to shut some stuff off. What is it called when you open your performance manager? Performance manager? What is it? Dude, all this is just troubleshooting. What is going on? Task manager, you guys are awesome. There you go. Hell yeah. Here we go. I always forget that. Why is it not coming up in my search bar? Bro, what is Apple even about? Sorry guys, I'm actually gonna have a crash out. I'm gonna have a nonchalant out. I've been brain rotted. I'm currently having a nonchalant out. Let's see, task manager. Nope, not there. Task manager. Why did it open photos? Why is photos open? Task manager. Please, please help me help you. Draw a dragon if you want. Oh no, I'm not on Windows though. Okay, oh bro, what is going on? It's okay, Tyrion. Okay, there's my face again. That's not even. What is that? Whatever, bruv. Okay, here. Wow, I do look so happy. This is not indicative of my current mental state. Boom. Are you kidding me, bro? Hey, there we go. Okay, we didn't do anything, but whatever. We'll figure it out. We have to. Well, it's frozen already. I'm actually going to crash out. Why? Why, bro? What have I done? What have I done to you? Whatever. We'll just no face cam today, guys. This is I hope that's not why you came. Pause. Okay. You know, we're drawing. That's what matters. This guy's mascot is something interesting, I guess. Oh, my bad, guys. I just made this not a child-friendly stream. Hee hee. It's okay. I'm gonna make him a burglar. And this is in the state of Texas, so this is fully legal. Apparently. I don't know. No dissing my Texans. He just ripped him. This is some invincible type shit. Yeah, dude, got him. Let's do one of. So the leg would be here. I want to practice shoes eventually. We're going to have to do the best with what we know so far. He wears ankle socks. He deserves this. My bad. I'm going to take that back. Yeah, I gotta practice shoes. These are weird. Ooh, this is not good. I love the expression. He's not even he's looking for his next victim. This is like a Tuesday for him. He doesn't seem to be very bothered by this at all. I think he's concerned about this this shark. This feels like some DC, some bad DC movie. Let's give him another fin. So scary. Arr. Is there even a good DC movie? Shots fired. In the crevice right here. Gotta shade that up. Yo, this is wrong. This ain't right. My mom will not like watching this. My bad, this is gross. Listen, guys, it's not me. It's the paper. It's what the paper demands. I am just the vessel for the art that comes through. It is what it is. What can I do? I mean, I'm low-key cooking, but at what cost? Is it worth it? I don't know. This is cooked. The comments completely stopped. I think we lost some of you guys. I'm sorry. Can't even see my face. It's just violence. Let me log back in. Let's see if maybe my computer can take it now. Please. Yikes. Is this aura? Is this aura? Is this aura? Is this aura? Not sure you're asking if this is aura or if is this aura. I don't think this is very aura. Yep, there it goes again. Wow. What is happening, man? No, this is Patrick. It's funny. Alright, guys. The plan was to draw for about an hour and a half, and it seems like my computer has decided to cut that shorter. So this might have to be GG, guys. I mean, I'm going to keep drawing, but what can I do? The computer doesn't want to participate. Hold on. I'm going to try something. I don't know. I'm going to restart my computer. If it ends the stream, then this is good night. If it doesn't, I'll be back. So I'm going to restart my computer. Let's see what happens. If this is it, thank you for being here. Cheers.